Hello, second leg of the round of 16 for the Europa League as it makes its return. So let's go through the matches, give my score predictions, give the odds of the games there, and see how these teams are shaping up against each other. So Shakhtar Donetsk, they blew a 2-0 lead in their last game that they played against Sandria in a playoff match. 89th and 90th minute goals conceded, so they absolutely had it in the bag, but let it slip in the last couple of minutes and only managed to get a draw. Two friendly wins against Ponsinia and Tomia in their last two matches. They are unbeaten in 13 games as well too, so impressive stuff. 7 wins and 2 draws in the Premier League playoff matches, that competitive Ukraine football that was going on there. Shakhtar topped the championship group stage for Ukraine during last season. 26 wins, 4 draws, 2 defeats, 82 points. A 23-point lead over second place Dynamo Kiev. And with that, they have qualified for the Champions League group stage for next season. So pretty impressive stuff for them. For Wolfsburg, last game that they played, a 1-1 draw against Leipzig in a friendly. They ended the Bundesliga season with a damaging 4-0 defeat against the Bayern Munich. 3 wins and a draw in their past 7 games, and they ended up coming at 7th place in the Bundesliga for the season. 13 wins, 10 draws, 11 defeats, 49 points. Europa League second qualifying round is what they have qualified for. So for this game, it's $2.37 with Shakhtar at home, $2.80 for Wolfsburg, and $3.50 for the draw. Shakhtar got a 2-1 win away from home in the first leg, so they are the favourites for this match, you would have to say. Being champions of Ukraine against so-so German side. Obviously, the quality is a lot better in Germany than Ukraine. But I'm still going to go with Shakhtar Donetsk at home. They're a tougher nut to crack as well too. I'm going to go for a 3-1 score for this match. The next game sees Copenhagen take on Istanbul. So Copenhagen and Denmark. Last match they played a 2-1 victory against Nordjylland in a Danish playoff game. Copenhagen finished the season in second place with 21 wins, 5 draws, 10 defeats, 68 points. 14 points behind the champions Midtjylland, however. And just the 4 points ahead of AGF in third place. But that has earned them the right of the Europa League second qualifying round for next season. Past 8 games, just 2 victories in the Danish Super League playoff games. For Istanbul, they managed to get a 1-0 win against Copenhagen in the first league. Was the last match they played, so a long time ago. A 5-4 aggregate win against Sporting in the round of 32 Europa League. Istanbul being the Turkish side, they lost out on the Turkish Cup competition to Spor on away goals. Istanbul did manage to finish as champions in Turkey. 20 wins, 9 draws, 5 defeats, 69 points, with a 4-point victory over Trabzonspor, who themselves got financial fair play banned for Europe next 2 seasons for Trabzonspor, so not great for them. But all good news for Istanbul, who have managed to earn a Champions League group stage for next season. Better than their current Europa League competition that they're playing at the moment. So for this match, Copenhagen, very, very slight favourites at $2.60. Istanbul, $2.75, $3.20 for the draw. It was a 1-0 victory in the first league for Istanbul. And I fancy them to get another victory here and make it into the quarterfinals. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Istanbul win. Next match sees Manchester United take on Lask. So it's the English Premier League against the Austrian League. So Manchester United, they finished the season in 3rd place, 18 wins, 12 draws, 8 defeats, 66 points. Unbeaten in 14 Premier League games, pretty impressive that one, with 9 wins and 5 draws. And did have a 5-0 aggregate lead over the opponents Lask in the first leg away from home somehow. So this game's a bit of a write-off as Manchester United will qualify. Just a matter of whether or not get a bonus victory here, you could say. For Lask, they finished 2nd place in the Austrian League. 17 wins, 3 draws, 2 defeats, 42 points. 6 points behind the champions Red Bull Salzburg. And that was in the regular season. And the championship round, they ended up dropping down to 4th place. 20 wins, 4 draws, 8 defeats, 33 points. A 4-point deduction after violating regulations due to COVID. So they really stuffed that up for themselves. But they did manage to get a Europa League 3rd qualifying round with that placement. Odds for this game heavily favour Manchester United at $1.20. 12 bucks for Lask, $6 for the draw. This could be a bit of a match. You could go for a double chance for Lask or something, because more prize you could say to salvage for Lask, but Manchester United might want to just continue on their great form there and head into the quarterfinals on a positive note. I am going to go for them just to get a narrow victory here. No, we'll need to go full blast at it. So I'm just going to go for a 1-0 Manchester United win for this game. The next game we have Inter Milan taking on Getafe. So Inter Milan, they finished the Italian Serie A league in 2nd spot. 24 wins, 10 draws, 4 defeats, 82 points. And somehow just finished 1 point behind champions Juventus, with winning the 3 last games. Been in the past 8 games as well too, 5 wins and 3 draws. And they earned themselves a Champions League group stage spot for next season, where they really belong. It was a bit of a shock to see them enter into this UEFA League competition after being knocked out from the Champions League, and they went into the UEFA League as favourites for the season. Getafe, 8th place in Spain, 14 wins, 12 draws, 12 defeats, 54 points. And with that, no Europe next season for them. So the only chance is if they somehow able to win this competition. Getafe winless in the past 6 La Liga games as well too. And just 1 victory in the past 12 games. Gee, that is pretty awful. 6 draws and 5 defeats with just 6 goals scored in that time. And that really cost them any sort of European spot. So for this match here, Inter Milan are the big favourites at $1.62, $5 for Getafe and $3.75 for the draw. The first leg got cancelled, so this is just a one-off shootout match, just like the quarterfinals, semi-finals matches are going to be. And the neutral venue is in Germany. So for this game here, I'm going to go for Inter Milan to get a 2-0 win. Next game we have Leverkusen taking on Rangers. Leverkusen finished the Bundesliga in 5th spot, 19 wins, 6 draws, 9 defeats and 63 points. A UEFA League group stage spot is what they earn themselves for next season. Past 7 Bundesliga games they had 3 wins, 3 defeats and a draw. For Rangers in Scotland, they finished off a shortened Scottish season in 2nd place. 21 wins, 4 draws, 4 defeats, 67 points, well behind champions Celtic once again by 13 points. However, they are representing Scotland here, so they have managed to outdo Celtic in some way. And the new Scottish season has already kicked off for them as well too, and they got a 1-0 victory in their first game out. 2 wins and a draw in their last 5 matches of last season. Odds for this game, it's $1.87 for Leverkusen, $5 for Rangers, $3.75 for the draw. Leverkusen take a commanding 3-1 lead into this match here, so not as much pressure for them. So I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Something for Rangers to salvage, but ultimately Leverkusen to make it into the quarterfinals. The next match we have Sevilla taking on Roma. Sevilla finished La Liga in 4th place, 19 wins, 13 draws, 6 defeats, 70 points, 8 wins and 7 draws in their last 15 games of the La Liga season. 4 spots is enough for a Champions League group stage for next season. For Roma, they finished the Italian League in 5th place, 21 wins, 7 draws, 10 defeats, 70 points. Roma with 7 wins and a draw in their past 8 games. A Europa League group stage is all they can manage to earn. Odds for this game, $2.10 for Seville, $3.30 for Roma, $3.10 for the draw. And this match, just like the Intermilan Getafe game, the first leg was cancelled, so this is just a one-off shootout match that's been played in Germany. I'm going to go for Roma to get a 2-1 extra time victory. Next game we have Basel against Eintracht Frankfurt. Basel from Switzerland got 3rd place in their league, 18 wins, 8 draws, 10 defeats and 62 points. 3 wins and 4 draws in their last 7 games. Europa League 2nd qualifying round is what they managed to achieve, while Eintracht Frankfurt are in Germany, all the way down in 9th place this season. 13 wins, 6 draws, 15 defeats and 45 points. No Europe for them next season. Eintracht Frankfurt 5 wins and a draw in their past 7 Bundesliga matches as well too. Odds for this game is $2.50 for Basel, $2.40 for Eintracht Frankfurt and $3.60 for the draw. Basel with a 3-0 lead from the first league there, so that is quite commanding. And did it on the road there, so that really shows Eintracht Frankfurt's struggles this season, as you would fancy a German opposition against a Swiss opposition generally. I'm going to go for the Germans to get a win here, 3-1, but ultimately falling short to Basel. And the last game is Wolves against Olympiakos. So Wolves from the Premier League, 7th place for them, 15 wins, 14 draws, 9 defeats, 59 points. There are goal difference behind Tottenham for a European spot. So as it stands, no Europe for them next season. 2 wins and a draw in their last 5 games in the Premier League was their undoing, ultimately losing to my Chelsea team on the last game of the season as well, and my Chelsea team were unable to help them winning the FA Cup for them to get a spot instead of Arsenal. And for Olympiakos, they absolutely crushed the Greek league there. 28 wins, 7 draws, just 1 defeat all season. 91 points, 18 points ahead of PAOK. And the only match they lost in the championship playoff round was against PAOK in the 90th minute. So nearly went for the entire season unbeaten. Also into the Greek Cup final. They did lose 3-2 to PAOK, but overturned that deficit in the second leg to make it in. Odds for this game favours Wolves though, $1.67, $5 for Olympiakos, $3.50 for the draw. It's a 1-1 from the first leg, so it's all to play for here. Wolves with the home advantage and the fact that they need to really go after this competition now, as that's the only route for them to be back in Europe next season. be in the Champions League if they're able to win this Europa League competition. They'll be one of the favourites to do so, and I think they are going to overcome Olympiakos and are going to go for a 2-0 scoreline. So that's all my predictions for the Europa League 1 of 16 games. Feel free to put your own thoughts, feelings, opinions down below. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe.